Small primary bathrooms often suffer from outdated layouts that prioritize bulky fixtures over daily usability, leaving you frustrated and constrained. This congestion happens when builders default to generic floor plans instead of optimizing for human ergonomics and modern storage needs. By applying contemporary interior architecture and high-efficiency Scandinavian principles, we can completely reimagine your floor plan. Today, we will explore transformative layout strategies that turn a confined space into an expansive, spa-like sanctuary. Let us rebuild your primary suite from the ground up. Chapter 1. The 5x8 Dilemma and Reclaiming the Footprint. The most common configuration for American homes is the ubiquitous 5x8-foot bathroom layout, typically featuring a vanity, toilet, and bathtub lined up along a single wet wall. While this design is highly efficient for builders looking to minimize plumbing costs, it is disastrous for a primary suite intended for daily use by 2 adults. The main issue is that this linear arrangement traps the space, creating a narrow walkway that barely provides the minimum 21 inches of required clearance. To execute a true layout transformation, you must stop viewing the room as a fixed sequence of fixtures and start analyzing it as a blank volumetric canvas. Reclaiming your footprint begins with questioning every existing assumption about your daily routine. The single most impactful structural change you can make in a cramped primary bathroom is removing the massive, underutilized alcove bathtub. Standard built-in tubs consume a massive 60 by 32 inches of floor space, permanently anchoring the room's energy to the ground and visually shrinking the overall footprint. By tearing out the tub and converting that exact same footprint into a luxurious walk-in shower, you instantly modernize the space and dramatically expand the visual envelope. A seamless shower enclosure made of frameless heavy glass allows the eye to travel completely to the back wall, effectively giving you back nearly 15 square feet of perceivable floor area that the bulky tub previously swallowed whole. Chapter 2. The Wet Room Concept, a Contemporary European Solution. If you absolutely cannot part with a bathtub but only have 60 or 70 square feet to work with, the traditional layout will always feel suffocating. The ultimate architectural solution for this specific problem is the contemporary wet room layout. Borrowed heavily from European and Japanese design, a wet room combines the freestanding tub and the shower into a single, fully waterproofed zone, separated from the vanity and toilet by one large pane of fixed glass. This high-efficiency layout allows you to overlap the necessary clearances for both the tub and the shower, effectively fitting luxury amenities into a footprint that would normally only accommodate a standard alcove tub. Executing a proper wet room in a small primary suite requires precise engineering and a thorough understanding of water management. The entire floor within the wet zone must be seamlessly pitched toward a high-capacity linear drain, typically requiring the subfloor to be recessed by 2 to 3 inches. By placing a compact, 59-inch freestanding soaking tub inside the shower enclosure, the splash zone is perfectly contained. This setup entirely eliminates the need for separate floor areas dedicated to drying off, as the wet room naturally handles all surface moisture, leaving the rest of your primary bathroom completely dry and visually expansive. Chapter 3. Optimizing the vanity wall for dual functionality. One of the most persistent requests in a primary bathroom renovation is the inclusion of double sinks, but forcing two basins into a small room is often a grave design error. To comfortably accommodate two adults side by side, a double vanity requires an absolute minimum width of 60 inches, though 72 inches is vastly preferred. If your wall is only 60 inches wide, cramming in two sinks leaves you with virtually zero countertop space, forcing you to balance your daily essentials precariously on the edge of the basin. The high-efficiency Scandinavian approach argues that a generous single sink is infinitely more luxurious than a cramped double vanity. By specifying a 48-inch or 54-inch single-basin vanity instead, you gain massive amounts of uninterrupted countertop real estate for styling tools, skincare regimens, and daily prep. To elevate the functionality for two people, you can install a wide trough sink paired with two separate wall-mounted faucets. This hybrid solution offers the ability for two people to wash simultaneously while preserving the visual simplicity of a single basin. Floating the vanity 12 to 15 inches off the ground further enhances the feeling of space, allowing your flooring to extend cleanly to the wall and making the room feel wider than it actually is. Chapter 4. The psychology of sightlines and entry door swings. The way you enter a small primary bathroom dictates your entire psychological reaction to the space. The most egregious layout mistake is positioning the toilet directly in the primary sightline of the entry door. Nobody wants to open their bedroom door and be greeted by a toilet bowl. A masterful layout transformation will prioritize beautiful focal points, such as a custom floating vanity, a dramatically lit shower enclosure, or a textured feature wall, immediately upon entry. If moving the toilet's drain line is structurally impossible, constructing a sleek, half-height pony wall or installing a reeded glass privacy panel can effectively shield the fixture from view while still allowing ambient light to pass through. Equally important to sightlines is the physical swing of the entry door. A standard 30-inch interior door swinging inward requires roughly 9 square feet of clearance to operate. In a small bathroom, this swing frequently traps the user between the door and the vanity, creating a frustrating bottleneck during busy mornings. The simplest, most cost-effective layout hack is to reverse the hinges so the door swings outward into the bedroom or hallway. If the adjacent room layout prevents an outswinging door, installing a pocket door is the ultimate spatial upgrade, instantly dissolving the bottleneck and reclaiming that massive 9-square-foot footprint for pure usable space. Chapter 5. Vertical architecture and concealed storage strategies. In a room where floor space is strictly limited, vertical architecture becomes your most valuable asset. The space inside your walls is almost entirely ignored in standard builder-grade bathrooms, yet it holds incredible potential for concealed storage. The distance between standard wooden wall studs is usually 14.5 inches, providing the perfect cavity for recessed cabinetry. Installing an oversized recessed medicine cabinet that spans the entire width of your vanity provides an immense amount of eye-level storage for daily items, effectively clearing the countertop of clutter while maintaining a completely flush, minimalist wall surface. This concept of between-the-studs storage should extend far beyond the vanity mirror. The wall area directly above the toilet is traditionally wasted space, often filled with flimsy, decorative wire racks that look inherently messy. Instead, a high-efficiency layout will integrate a custom, flush-mounted cabinet directly into the wall cavity above the toilet tank. Finished with flat panel doors painted to exactly match the surrounding wall color, this concealed linen closet provides deep storage for extra towels and supplies while remaining virtually invisible to the naked eye. It operates quietly in the background, fully supporting your lifestyle without demanding any visual attention. Chapter 6: Lighting Layers and Material Continuity. A flawless layout will still feel incredibly small if it is poorly lit and visually fragmented by chaotic materials. In compact primary bathrooms, relying on a single overhead light fixture casts harsh, unflattering shadows and shrinks the perceived volume of the room. A transformative space demands layered lighting. You must introduce vertical task lighting at the vanity, utilizing sleek sconces placed roughly 60 to 64 inches from the finished floor. This eye-level illumination washes the face evenly and eliminates shadows. Pairing this with a waterproof LED recessed fixture in the shower and low-voltage strip lighting beneath the floating vanity creates a dynamic, multi-dimensional atmosphere that feels instantly expansive. Material continuity is the final element that binds a transformed layout together. The greatest enemy of a small bathroom is high contrast and visual interruption. Using multiple different tile styles, heavy grout lines, and contrasting paint colors chops the room into tiny visual fragments. To execute a truly modern, minimalist aesthetic, select a single large format tile, such as a 24 by 48-inch slab, and wrap the entire room in it. Carrying this exact same tone and texture across the floor and up all four walls blurs the sharp corners of the room, creating an immersive, monolithic environment that feels incredibly calming. Reimagining a small primary bathroom is not about trying to cram oversized luxury features into an inadequate footprint. It is about intelligent, intentional subtraction. By removing the bulky bathtub in favor of a sleek walk-in shower, optimizing your vanity for actual daily use rather than perceived real estate, and meticulously planning your sightlines, you can profoundly alter how the space feels and functions. A successful layout transformation marries ergonomic precision with beautiful, uninterrupted material continuity. Instead of asking what else you can add, start asking what you can simplify. If you found these layout strategies helpful for your upcoming renovation, please like this video, subscribe for more high-efficiency interior architecture insights, and let me know in the comments which layout change you are most excited to implement in your own home.